Hello, you guys. I am Rochelle. For those of you who haven't been here before, I'm a middle school STEM teacher, and today I'm going to show you how you can get a sub without that stress that normally comes with it. So having a sub binder has changed my life. It has saved me several times. I am a mother of two littles, so you never know when they're gonna get sick, and they always choose the worst times. So it's good to have this available at all times, just in case you don't have that time to actually prep, or if it's 10 p.m. and you don't really feel like staying up all night prepping. So I'm gonna show you through how I make it and give you guys some ideas of what you need to put in yours if you want to make one. I'll also show you my emergency sub plan. So I have a few of those that I have in here. It's good to have some emergency ones. So I'm gonna walk you through all of that and show you guys how I did it. The first thing you'll need to do is make the title pages for each of your sections. It doesn't have to be pretty. I like keeping mine nice and simple, easy to read, easy to tell what it is. And then I have these, which I also used for my teacher portfolio. So I need to get more of them, but I'm not currently looking for a job. So I'm gonna use them for in here, so I didn't have to buy new ones. But I am going to put, well, this one's my title page. So I like keeping it nice and simple. So just my name and then the substitute binder. I'm gonna put that up front. And I love anything that's like turquoise or teal or like light blue. So going with that. And it's just a normal binder, nothing special or fancy about it. And then I am going to slide all these other ones into these, and then I printed off a little piece of paper for this part, and I'm just gonna tape that over there since I might use this again someday. You never know. So I'm gonna just tape it over right there so I don't even have to worry about taking that part out. But my different sections I have are my daily schedule, and then I have my two schedules because we have an adjusted schedule, my class list, and then I have a printout of all my periods of class list. So I have 7 periods, so lots of different students. And then my seating charts, if you print out those, which are actually over there right now, so I'll grab them later. And then important information, so this will be login information and things about students, about my morning procedures, that kind of stuff. And then my emergency procedures. So I just have those, I think 5 different sections, and I'll just slide those in. And then this is how I printed off the little tabs, and I'll just cut them out and put clear tape over them so they can stay. So let me just put that together really fast. One thing I love to do at the bottom of my class lists, I always leave a little section called student helpers, and I list like the students that I trust who can help the substitute in that class. So I have found that being really useful, so they know who their go-to students are in case they either just need help with something, or if other students need help and they just can't get to them all, then there's always at least 2 names down here where the sub can go to. But I found it really helpful to put it on the class list part, so that's when they're just taking attendance, they can like immediately see those names, and when they're calling the names, they can see them down below as well and correlate which students those ones are. So that has been helpful. All these other papers, so I actually haven't put the names on there because I knew I was recording this, so I still need to put the names in there, and I'm gonna do that later. But after I do that, I'm gonna put each of these in just page protectors and put them after the class list section. So I'm just gonna put all the other stuff like the bell schedule and things like that in their page protectors. Okay, so when you're done with that, it'll look just like this, and you can easily find the tabs, and then there's like the page protectors behind it, and you can still see the tabs, which are that's why these ones are like so amazing. So I still have a few more that I have to put in here, but I wanted to just at least give you a general idea of what is in here so you can get some ideas. When we get all of that, then we have it like this. You have my title page right here, and then you can even see the tabs from here. So the substitute already knows what's in the binder. I just need to cut them out and put them on here now. So let's get to that. Well, there we have it. So here are all of our tabs. They worked out nicely. You can see them. They overlap just a little bit, but it works out. And one thing I did forget to mention about the emergency tab, that is also where I put my emergency sub plans. So I have kind of two sections in there. I have the school emergency stuff, and then in the very, very back, I have my emergency sub plans. So my emergency sub plans and my recommendation for emergency sub plans would be review content. So make it something that you either covered early in the year, if you want to update it every once in a while, where they can just kind of loop back and refresh that. Or it could be something from the previous grade level to just hone in those skills that they really need to practice. Those are very good ones. And then one that I absolutely love is the missing teacher. So I created this just a few weeks ago, actually, because I'm gonna be absent next week, and I'm gonna use it as a regular day, but I like leaving one of those in the emergency sub plans as well. But basically, you have them fill in like what they remember you wearing on the last day they saw you and what you looked like, and they have to make these guesses about your height and your hair color and eye color. So it's kind of fun to see if they remember those things about you. But then you also leave some clues. So I just make up 5 random clues and then leave them in an envelope. And I'll just leave the clues inside of here. Usually the clues have something to do with my kids being sick or something like that, because that's usually the case when it's an emergency. However, next week I am going out of town, and so I'm leaving clues of that specific trip. So I can get a little more in depth with that one because I actually am planning it. But for the emergency ones, I would say think of something that could happen, make 5 clues for what you think might potentially happen, and then you just leave them in an envelope here behind the sub plan about that activity. And that is a really fun one because you just get to see what the students remember, like you wearing and what color your hair is and stuff, and then they have to work through a few different clues to figure out where you are. So that one, and then any kind of review. So I like leaving my code for my Gimkit because Gimkits are an awesome review game. If you don't know Gimkit, definitely go check it out. I absolutely love Gimkit. And then just a few review worksheets and things like that. Those are very good for last minute emergencies. So here you have it, my sub binder. Hopefully you got some ideas, and hopefully you don't have to stress anymore, because if you put this together, I promise that'll save you so much stress and so much time also on the actual lesson plan, like the sub plan, because most of the information is in here. So on my sub plan, rather than writing all of this out, I'll just say refer to the sub binder. So it's really easy because I can just put that on my sub template and then just plug in everything else. So good luck, you guys. If you are planning on having a sub soon, then you'll like my next video because I'm going to make a video about my top tips for preparing for a substitute. I'm doing it because, like I said, I'm going to be out of town, and I'm nervous because you never know what could happen, but I feel a lot more confident knowing I have these things prepared and in place. If you want to try this template, I'll link it below, and I hope it helps you out. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next one.